All right, welcome back. Now, I won't be too long on this stream. And I know it seems like, or it sounds like a very serious topic, but I'm going to stay calm and lighthearted on this one as best I can. And you got to forgive me. Like, I cover several topics. I don't just talk about dogs online. And a lot of times when I have something on my mind that I want to talk about on a different channel, I can't produce content on this channel until I talk about that first, get it out the way. I'm just wired like that, where sometimes things I want to talk about, I have to talk about this first. So it's just a weird thing. Bear with me on that. Here recently, there was a five-year-old mauled to death. I made a short video, I think, and I talked about it on a live stream. Recently, a 5-year-old was mauled to death. Listen to this.
Tragic news from Covina, where authorities say a 5-year-old girl has been mauled to death by her family dogs.
According to investigators, the child lived with the animals her entire life and reportedly never had any problems with them. KTLA's Rachel Minitoff has details from Covina.
Hi there. Authorities say the dogs responsible for the attack are a 10-year-old Rottweiler and a 6-year-old Rottweiler mix. And what's so...
Y'all remember this, right? Another thing, I fixed my bit rate. I set it at 7,500. It was set at first at 4,000. And it looks like from my side that it helped a lot. The buffering is a lot better. Hopefully it's the same for all of you. It is Thursday. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Let's continue with this, and I'm going to deal with a comment left by somebody after we're done.
What's surprising about this is that this little girl grew up living with these dogs for her entire life. We spoke to a dog specialist today who explains what might have led to this tragic development. Inside this Covina gated community, a horrifying accident. A 5-year-old girl mauled by her family dogs.
I could not believe that happened on our street.
As a parent herself, Allison Cuevas, who lives a few doors away, says she's heartbroken.
I have 3 small children, so I can't even imagine like anything happening to my children around the holidays, and just like, it's horrible.
According to an LA County homicide detective, the child and her father were in the backyard when all of a sudden a Rottweiler and a Rottweiler mix started attacking the girl. Her father jumped on top of her to shield her from the mauling, but she had already sustained major trauma to her head and torso.
Now, I want people to stay mindful of everything she just said just then. The scenario that took place leading up to the attack, the details of the event. Because every media outlet that covered this story said the exact same thing. Every single one of them.
Started attacking the girl. Her father jumped on top of her to shield her from Tyler and a homicide detective. The child and her father were in the backyard when all of a sudden...
In the backyard.
And a Rottweiler...
When all of a sudden, she was under attack.
And a Rottweiler mix started attacking the girl. Her father jumped on top of her to shield her from the mauling.
This is a 5-year-old we're talking about. Now, the most inhumane lie from these dog experts. I've always thought this, but I never really articulated it. Sometimes it's hard for me to put my thoughts and feelings into words. Is the collection of reports like this. The reports like this are dominant. This is the majority, where they're telling us it was completely unprovoked. The video footage, all the videos that we have show nothing but unprovoked attacks. every single report in the media, like what you're hearing here, they say the same thing. They inform us, they give us the details of an unprovoked attack. Unprovoked. It is so inhumane for these so-called experts to whip up these reasons why these attacks actually happen for those 13 and under. They only whipped up this narrative that they're always provoked when the victim is 13 and under. When the victim is 13 and under, they talk about, what did you do? You did something to set them off. The dog behaviors started to write in their websites, started to make videos that the dog is always provoked. Whenever you ask them, why do dogs attack youngsters? They'll say, oh, well, dogs will attack if they feel threatened or if they're fed up, if they can't take it anymore. Look out for ear pulling, tail pulling, watch for teasing. It's all about what the youngster does to provoke the dog and nothing else. So they have no evidence to base this on. None. They literally pull it out of thin air that these dogs are reacting or responding. And the craziest part is the number of videos that we have available. If every one of them shows an unprovoked attack, what gives you the right to claim that the vast majority, if not all, they really saying that all of them, dog attacks on youngsters provoked by the dog, when you have no video footage to substantiate it? I've never seen a youngster pulling no dog tail, doing nothing to no dog prior to. Do you know how many videos we've watched? How many dog attack videos we've shared? Several of them are available on TikTok, not TikTok, Twitter or X and YouTube right now. I got several videos on them. If what these experts say were true, we would see it on film. We'd hear it in these reports. Dog lovers are dying for an opportunity to say that the dog was provoked, that the youngster did something to it. Y'all got to understand, that's what they want to say. They badly want to be able to say. Do you think they would sit there and look at a youngster do something to a dog, smack it, and then not tell the police that the youngster smacked the dog before the attack? That's the first thing they say. Oh, well, she didn't know any better and she slapped him. They might put it in a nice way, but they will include that information. They never do. Every single story, every report is a completely unprovoked attack. And these so-called experts, oh, that is so inhumane to me. Y'all, like a team, put it in your manuals, your rhetoric, your websites, your videos, your books, that it's always the youngsters. And it doesn't even make logical sense when you compare them to why these dogs attack those 13 and over. Because those 13 and over will straight up tell you it was unprovoked. The cops don't have to tell you nothing. They're getting it on their body camera. And how come with all the thousands of dog attacks on cops we've seen on the body cam, how come we haven't seen any cops do anything? You're always saying that dogs are intimidated, scared, that this is fear. But all we see is dogs leaving their territory and trespassing, attacking people, chasing people, going over. They're not scared. Y'all don't even have evidence to substantiate that these things are reacting in fear. Why don't any of you try to defend your profession? Why do y'all just allow us to expose your profession? Y'all don't even try because you can't defend it. You cannot base your rhetoric on any facts any available facts at all. None. Every single one of these attacks are unprovoked. Look. Okay? Y'all know me. I've literally done this. Oh, look at this. I've literally done this. What is this? Okay, is this still filtered? I've done this. I've done videos. Oh, Lord. I've done videos on this, at least hundreds of videos. I've done over 100 videos. Let's just be real. Let's keep it real. Y'all remember this attack right here. 100% unprovoked. Every single video you see, y'all remember this video. Every single video you see shows an y'all need to answer for that. You have to answer for that. Y'all remember this crazy video. Every single video shows an unprovoked attack. Where are y'all getting this idea that these dogs are being provoked? That they're acting on fear? Where are you so-called experts getting this from? Where's your evidence? You owe that to us. No, you owe. Lives are being lost here. We talking about funerals for youngsters. Look at all these. Y'all remember all of these attacks? All of them unprovoked. So-called experts, behaviorists, y'all need to answer for this. This is why we've snatched your stripes. Y'all are not the experts. The dog culture critics are the experts. We have the power. The people want the truth. They gotta come to us. They listen to y'all. They listening to lies. They're being deceived. That's what it is. And it's extremely inhumane. And why haven't any of you objected to your peers? Where one expert reads or hears this rhetoric coming from a so-called behaviorist and objects to him. Like, what are you talking about? These attacks are not provoked by the youngsters. Why would you write that on your website? Y'all don't even object to each other. You get on board with each other in defense of the dog at the expense of the youngsters. It's a Moloch culture. Sacrificial culture that I refuse to have any parts in. I'm not going to partake in it. Everything, no matter how old, or don't matter the age, every attack is unprovoked. Don't nobody go around attacking dogs. You want to stop playing dumb today? Every single attack. Don't nobody go around attacking dogs, especially not young people. Shout out to all of you able to join me. Oh, one more thing. Y'all notice I've downsized my live streaming. And I showed y'all a $200 internet bill. Well, it has gotten a lot better. I hope y'all are okay with the frequency of the streams, because right now my internet bill sits at $82. $82. I went from a $200, and this was from 1 month. I went from a $200 internet bill to $82. All because all those live streamings, boy, they jack your internet bill up something crazy. Something crazy. So definitely something to keep in mind if any of you want to be a content creator. And I'll show the actual bill. It's pretty crazy. I'll show the actual bill with the members. Shout out to all of you able to join me for this live stream. And I hope you can join me on the next as we continue with this crusade.